Hi class, I need you to get out your starters and get started on our starter for today. It says determine if the events are dependent or independent and explain your reasoning. I'm going to circle that to make sure you really have something on your paper. Independent and dependent and explain why. Go ahead and do that right now. Pause the video. All right, let's go ahead and check out our answers. Number 1, it says you spin the spinner twice. First we get a 2, and then the second we get an odd number. These are going to be independent because when we spin the spinner, the second time we don't change the numbers at all. It's still the same spinner. Number 2, it says your committee is voting on a leadership team. First, we're going to vote for the president, and second, we're going to vote for the vice president. This is dependent. For example, let's say there are 8 people. If we choose the president, now there are 7 people. Because this changed, it's going to be dependent. Third, you randomly draw a tile from a bag of 20 game tiles. You keep the tile and then draw a second tile. Ooh, I don't even need to know what we have here. This word right here, it says you keep, tells me immediately that it's dependent. For example, if we have 10 in the bag, oh, sorry, it says 20. We have 20 in the bag, and then we draw 1, and we don't replace it. That tells me now we have 19. Because that number went down, it's going to be dependent. Number 4, it says you randomly draw a tile from a bag of 20 game tiles. You put back the tile. You put the tile back in, and then draw a second. Because we had 20... and we drew 1, put it back. The second time we still have 20. That tells me it's independent. Didn't change. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get out our homework right now. Let's see who needs a Zap ticket. Awesome. I want to see homework in the air and holding it up. Sub, I really need your help. I need you to grab the Zap tickets, which are lime green. Students, please help them out if they need help. And pass them out to the students that don't have their homework up in the air right now. Now, please be honest with me. We're going to turn these in at the end of the hour. Obviously, the people that don't have it turned in are those people that had a Zap ticket. So, for example, if you don't write it out, you don't fill it out, you're still going to be zapped tomorrow because I'll know who you are because you didn't turn it in. So just be honest with me so I don't have to look up your lunches. So I hope you are passing out those Zap tickets right now and holding up your homework. All right, go ahead and pause the video. Someone help out there. Pause the video and let's see who needs a Zap ticket. Now, since Zap tickets are passed out, I need all students to hold up a marker, pen, colored pencil, some kind of writing utensil other than a pencil. So go ahead and get those out right now. And we are going to grade our homework. So let's see what we got. Number 1, we are getting independent because you put the marble back. That means the denominator will not change. So I'm going to even circle that there. That tells us it's independent. Number 2, Eastmont is voting for SBOs. First, they need to decide on a president, and then they're choosing on a vice president. This is dependent because the president cannot also be the vice president. This means our denominator is going to change. If we need to, let's go ahead and pause that video. But right now, number 1 is independent. Number 2 is dependent. Alrighty, number 3, it looks like we're going to pull 3 cards all at once, which means we are not doing it with replacement. That means it's going to be dependent. Right now, I need you to double check that you have 52 here, 51 here, and 50. If you didn't, that tells me that you did it with replacement. And the problem says we don't have replacement. Each time, the card is going down. Also, the suits of getting all diamonds, diamond, diamond, and diamond, these are also going down. So they should not all be 13 because each time you draw one, you have one less in the pile. So I need to see it all 3 ways, of course. I'm looking for 11 over 850, 0.013, and 1.3%. Number 3 looks like we are going to be choosing consonants. Those are words or letters that are not vowels. So we have D, P, N, D, N, T. Looks like we're going to take 2 of them out, choose 2 letters. So the first time we have 6 options out of 9. So 6 out of 9. And then the second time we have 5 out of 8. Because remember, notice that 1 was taken, so it goes down, and 1 was taken, it was going down. Multiply straight across. I need it all 3 ways. I'm looking for 5 over 12.416 repeated. Make sure that's repeated. And 41.6 repeated %. If those are not there, please go ahead and pause the video and make notes on your paper. Because we all know if our notes aren't good on our paper, then plan on being stamped for Patriot Time. Right now you're convincing me, even though you got them all wrong, it's totally okay. I need you to show me that you know your mistakes. Alrighty, let's look at our last one. We are looking for the probability of not choosing a red, and we need to remember this is without replacement, so our denominator is going to change. Looks like there are 24 total, and 6 of them are going to be red. 24 minus 6 is our 18. That's where we're getting 18 over 24. Then we take 1 out. Remember, our denominator is going to change, and we just multiply straight across. Simplified version is 51 over 92. I'm looking for 0.554 and 55.4%. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see how well we understand dependent events. So on the top of your paper right now, and I'm going to scratch these out, I'm going to change it. I'm going to have 10 being awesome. I know exactly what's going on. 8 be meh. 6, 4, 2, and then the last is 0. So give me 0 if you are super confused, you have no idea what's going on. 10 if you are super awesome, you got all of them right, or you got them all wrong, but you know where you went wrong, okay, and you now understand everything. So just go ahead and write that on the top right now. I would love number 3s to gather up all the papers. Those are the door people. Will you make sure all of your team members have the name on their paper? I would hate to zap someone on accident tomorrow because their name wasn't on the top. Please don't make me do that, so please double check. Alrighty, please turn those in. I'm going to have the sub pause the video until everyone is sitting back down, quiet, and ready for instructions. So please sit back down. Alrighty, we're starting up the video again because everyone is quiet and everyone is sitting down. Please get out your planners, and we are going to write independent and dependent today. Today is a mixed day, so you're going to be looking for keywords that either mean independent or keywords, ooh, looks like I'm missing an N there, independent or dependent. Our homework tonight is Canvas. Please write that down. 9-4 Canvas in our planners. Do not be zapped tomorrow because you did not write it down, because that can happen. Let's go ahead and pause the video until everyone has it in their planners. Alrighty, teams, we are getting out our whiteboards. Today we are doing a little bit of whiteboards and a little bit of that speed math game. But first, let's go ahead and get those out. So right now I'm waiting for everyone to hold up their whiteboard. Whiteboard, check. I am looking for a whiteboard eraser. Check. And I'm looking for a whiteboard marker. Check. If for some reason you don't have a whiteboard marker or a whiteboard, please ask the sub for extras. So if you need a share eraser, that's okay with me. But everyone's going to need a marker and everyone is going to need a board. So let's pause the video and make sure everyone has one. Alrighty, first whiteboard question. I'm going to read the words and then you fill in the blank. Sub, repeat the video as many times as needed, but hopefully we get it the first time. Here we go. A fair six-sided die is rolled. What is the probability that the first number that comes up is than or equal to the second? Create a list equation or diagram to show the perfect. So it looks like we are going to roll the dice and see what happens. So I'm going to pause the video here. You tell me, is the answer a dependent event? Are these dependent events or are these independent events? I want you to think about it and raise your hand once you have it. I love how I see those hands. Let's get a couple more. Alrighty, I hope everyone has an answer. When I say go, I want you to tell me your answer. Go! Perfect. If you said dependent, you are definitely right. The first number is going to depend on if the second number is going to be greater than or equal to. I'm going to do a tree diagram. You can make a list, a table, or equation. It doesn't say which one is better. Okay, and in fact, one is not better than the other. So let's go ahead and make a tree diagram. Or a table. So right now I should see everyone's pencils moving right now. Let's see. Sub, go ahead and walk around. Encourage anyone to pick up a pencil. If they don't have one, go to the red cup and get one. Alrighty, I want you to pause the video if needed, but right now we are making a list, a table, equation, or tree diagram. Please go ahead and make sure you have that on your paper. Alrighty, we're starting the video again. Let's see. I want you to circle any number that is going to be the first one is going to be greater than or equal to the second number. So I'm going to circle 1, 1 because no number is less than 1. But we know that 1 is equal to 1, so we're going to go ahead and circle that. Okay, number 2, we're figuring out which one's greater than or equal to. So right here, we're going to circle 2 and 1. Because 2 is equal to 2, and 2 is greater than 1. Over here on 3, we're going to circle 3, 2, and 1, because 3 is equal to 3, and 3 is larger than 2, and 3 is larger than 1. And you can see on each of these, we are circling just one more. On 6, we're going to circle all of them. So I have 1 option, 2 options, 3 options, 4, 5, and 6. If I add those all up together, I get 21. Did you get 21 options on your paper? Alrighty, now you tell me, do we need to do this all 3 ways? The answer is yes. Why? So let's see what we get. So I'm going to write 21 as my numerator. Hands up in the air. What's our denominator? How many total possible outcomes were there? Awesome. I see about 5 hands. Come on, guys. You've got it. Keep them going. How many altogether options did we have? The answer is 36. Nice job. Can we simplify this? Hands, hands, hands. Let's see them. Can we simplify this? The answer is yes. We're going to divide by 3. Here we go. 21 divided by 3 is 7, and 36 divided by 3 is going to be a 12. Next, do we have to write a decimal? The answer is yes, you've got it. Hold up those calculators. Awesome. I need to see a couple more. Perfect. Let's see. Is everyone getting 0.583 repeated? Turn to your shoulder partner. What do I need to do with this? Right here, something is missing. Go, talk to him. You've got it. I need a repeated sign. All voices off. You've got it. How many times do I move the decimal if I want to make it a percent? The answer is 2. Here we go. 58.3 repeated percent. All right, turn to your shoulder partner. Make sure they have a repeated sign there and repeated sign there. Do it right now. Make sure they've got it. Give me a team teepee if you've got it. Nice. Here we go. Next problem. Alrighty, I want you to go ahead and grab that eraser, erase what's on your whiteboard, and let's get ready for problem number 2. While we're waiting for everyone, is it okay to draw a really cool picture of a butterfly because they are so awesome with our school supplies? The answer is no. No, we cannot do that right now because all of our school materials are all about learning about math. So let's get that whiteboard marker out and let's learn about probability. It says, add marbles to the jar to make the probability of picking 2 yellow marbles 12 over 20. So I'm going to think here, we're going to be choosing 2 yellow marbles. I want you to think, is this an independent problem or is this a dependent problem? If we're going to pick 2 from the very beginning. Hands up in the air. Keep them coming. 50-50 chance. Like I said before, no big deal if you get it wrong. When I say go, you let me know your answer. Go! Nice. If you said dependent, you are correct. Our denominator is going to change. So I'm going to put 2 fractions down, and I know that the fractions have to multiply to 12 over 20. So right now, I'm just brainstorming, I know the first number needs to, well, it could be any number, really. And the second number is going to be 1 less than the first number. So what number is going to go here where the second number is 1 less than the first number and it multiplies by 20? Let's go ahead and pause the video and let's see if you can think of something. What are those numbers going to be? Hands up in the air once you've got it. I love to see those hands. You tell me the first number is going to be 5. The second number is going to be 4. You've got it. So we've got 5 and 4. Now I'm going to do that exact same thing on the top. I wonder what number multiplied by 1 less is going to equal a value of 12. So just like before, we've got a number here that's just 1 more, or this number is 1 less than this number. So I want you to think what 2 numbers could possibly go in that blank. Get those hands up. Get those hands up. You can do it. Think about it. What 2 numbers? Alrighty, the first number is going to be 4. 1 less than 4 is going to be 3. Okay, let's double check. Here we go. 4 times 3, is that equal to 12? Yes. Let's try that one more time. Is 4 times 3 equal to 12? The answer is yes. Let's check the bottom. 5 times 4, is that equal to 20? The answer is yes. So now let's go back to our original problem. It says we need to add marbles. So right now we only have 2 marbles. I want you to raise your hand. How many more marbles do we need to add in our jar? Hint, hint, hint. Go back to the first probability. How many more do we need to add? Not 5, but 3. If you are saying 3, awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and write 3 more circles. Now, are they going to be red, yellow, or blue? Because this is the types of marbles we can add. So you tell me, are they going to be red? I love those hands. Keep them coming. Yellow or blue? The answer is yellow. Let's try that again. The answer is yellow. I want you to grab your pencil and marker, and write that down on your whiteboard. Sub, I hope you're walking around making sure they have it. This is a great sage question. Whew! Intense. They want you to figure out how many there are and then drag and drop them over. They're even trying to trick you with this blue here. Notice we didn't even need the blue. Super tricky. Alrighty, let's go ahead and clear that whiteboard. And let's start our game. Here we go. Let's look at the rules. Our game today is speed teaching stations. Haha, this is kind of like speed dating, but the mathematical version. I love it. So A's, you have tape on your desk right now. Sub, will you make sure everyone that is an A that has tape on their desk has a card, a little blue card, and pass that out right now. Perfect. I love how you guys are being quiet right now. Even though we have a sub, you're still being respectful and responsible and helping the sub out. You know, maybe you're raising your hand saying that, yep, I'm an A. I have tape on my desk. I need a card. So someone go ahead and pause the video for the sub while he or she passes out the cards. Perfect. So we're starting the video now. Everyone should have a card if they have an A. If they are an A, they have a tape. B's, you are going to listen and ask great questions because in a second we're going to rotate. We're going to rotate and now you have the cards. Now I want A's only. These are the people that have the tape. You are going to move over one spot after you're done teaching. Now, B's, you actually have the card, so you are going to be teaching a new A. A, I hope you are listening and asking really great questions, because in a second, you are going to get the card, and you are going to, again, rotate one over. So you're teaching this to a newbie. Let's go ahead and make sure you've got it. Alrighty, let's just make sure we're ready to rumble. A's, let's go ahead and raise your hand. You should have a blue card in your hand. Please go ahead and look over that problem and see if you can go ahead and solve it. B's, when they're ready, you are just going to listen to them and ask some really great questions. So, sub, we're going to put 1 minute on the clock. In this 1 minute, A's, your job is to teach B the question and give them the answer. So you're kind of just being like the teacher in this case. B's, if you don't know what's going on, you are asking questions because in a second you are going to get that card. Alrighty, let's go ahead and set the timer. 1 minute. Someone pause the video. Sub, start the video back up in 1 minute. Go. Alrighty, 1 minute has passed. Let's see if you've got it. B's, ask any last minute questions to make sure you really know how to answer that question. B's. All voices off in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. B's, you are now in control of that blue card. A's, I want you to move one over. So if this is our desk, I want you to move one over in this direction. Go ahead and do that right now. All voices off in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. A's, high five your new face partner, A. Go. Awesome. Say, are you ready to learn? Perfect. A's, you are going to be an awesome listener. Make sure you ask some great questions. B, you are going to be an awesome teacher. All right, sub, set 1 minute on the timer. Someone pause that video. All righty. B's, let's teach them. Go. Perfect. 1 minute has passed. B's, A's, ask any last minute questions. A's, make sure you really understand this question. Perfect. All voices off in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, A's, you are now in charge of that blue question. B's, still remain seated. You are not going anywhere the whole entire time. It's only the people with tape. A's, I would like you to move again. One over just like before. Move right now. Alrighty, team members, high five your new partner and say, are you ready to learn? You've got it. A's. I hope you are going to be a great teacher. Be ready. B's. Make sure you are an awesome listener and ask some great questions. Sub, go ahead and pause the video. Put 1 minute on the clock. On your marks, get set, go. All voices in 5. Off in 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, sub, let's make sure B's are asking any last minute questions. Make sure you truly understand this problem. All righty. Looks like we're ready. Sub, we're going to continue in this fashion. B's, you are now in charge of the card. And A's, you are still only moving. B's aren't moving at all. So A's, move on over. B's, you keep the blue ticket. That's your problem now. Alrighty, sub. We're going to keep on doing this over and over until the time is up. Just as a real quick reminder, you do have homework tonight. Where is it? Canvas. What number is it? 9-4, 9.4, good. Okay, make sure you have it tonight. All right, let's keep on playing. Bees, get to coaching. Here we go.